Hello, good morning, and welcome to what you can probably tell is going to be quite a different episode of the Beks podcast. Apologies for the washing machine noise. As you can see, I'm in a different place today. So I'll start off by introducing myself properly. My name is Beks, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as @BeksyNorms. And this, I think, is episode 20. So I've decided to give something slightly different a go this episode because I don't yet have a date for my surgery, but I'm hoping it will be very soon. And when I do, it's going to be very difficult for me to record a normal episode. So for those of you who are kind of new around here or don't know, I have been poorly with a painful hip for a very long time now, and I am waiting for surgery which will break and reset my pelvis into a better shape, and make my hip socket deeper so that it stops causing me so much trouble. So as you can imagine, having a broken pelvis is no small matter, so I will be quite limited in my movement. I'm going to be on crutches for a very long time, and I won't be able to be without those crutches for a very long time at all, even in the house. So kind of getting all my stuff together, setting up for a podcast is going to be near on impossible really, because it's going to involve, me bossing people around and getting things organised, and it's just not very practical. So I thought I would try out doing my podcast slightly vlog style. It will just still be mainly knitting. I will hopefully include sort of some of my recovery, partly for me to see, how far I have come, and also because I know lots of you have been like really kind and really interested in my progress. So it will just be a bit more of showing you things as and when. So when I finish something, I'll just record a little segment, and if something arrives in the post, I shall film that, and film my whips as I work on them, and then I will kind of edit it together into some kind of episode. And I just thought I'd have a go at that while I'm, still waiting for my op. So that I can just see how it goes and see how the editing goes, because sometimes my phone can be a bit of a pain with exporting videos, and yeah, just try it out. So do bear with me for this episode. I'm going to share with you in a bit my finished objects, because I've got a few that are gifts waiting to be sent out, and then hopefully over the course of the next few days I shall film everything else. So fingers crossed it works. So just to catch you up a bit, we were actually really lucky and managed to go away for a few days last week. So Paul's mum has a holiday cottage, which she's just, Paul's mum and dad, which they've just done up, and it's beautiful, and it's being let out to the general public from this weekend. So we got in there for a few days while it was empty, and we had the best time. It was amazing. We both really needed a break. Obviously, things are really, really tricky at the moment with me being poorly, and it's tiring. We've missed out on a lot of things. So it gave us a chance to just have a break from it all, which was lovely. Paul's mum actually had her hip replaced about 2 months ago, and we decided that you could tell the cottage had been designed by somebody who had a bad hip, because everything was really well suited to me. All the sofas were nice and high and firm. There was lots of comfortable chairs everywhere. She's done it really nicely, so I was really comfortable, and actually found the pain really easy to manage while I was away. So it was a really, really nice break for us. The weather was also beautiful. As you can see, I've got lovely white eyes. We were able to sort of go to a few places. We obviously couldn't go very far because I'm limited with my walking, but you know, we were able to go and have a little look at the views. The beaches were beautiful, and we would sort of, you know, get some lunch from a bakery or a deli and sit on a bench and watch the world go by. And we went to a pub garden. Paul managed to get in a little bit of surfing while I sat in a chair and knit for a bit, so that was nice. So we really did have a lovely time. So yeah, we were really grateful for that. And I've come back feeling like I'm ready to face the surgery, so I'm just really hoping now that I get the call soon. So if you could all will that on for me, that would be amazing. Yeah, and while I was away I managed to do a bit of knitting. I actually took a couple of just brand new projects to work on while I was away, just for sort of a change really. So I will show you those. They are actually finished objects now, so I'll show you those in a bit. And that's kind of it really for now, so I will speak to you again later. So this is my first finished object, and this was a project that I knit while I was away. And it is the Prairie Fire sweater by Tin Can Knits. As with Tin Can Knits patterns, all of them, this is just really versatile. So it's available in sizes from like newborn to, I think it's triple or quadruple XL. I can't remember, but there's a really big range. So this is the 0 to 3 month size, but I did it, I think, on a 4.5 needle. I always go up a bit. I can't remember what the pattern requires, but I always go up a bit because my tension's so tight. And I also, on baby garments, I always do the neckband in the same size needle, because I always think it's always so tricky to get things over babies' heads. So I try and keep it nice and loose. I also always do short sleeves on baby garments, because then they can wear them over long sleeve baby grows, but they grow with them so much more. So it's just, this lace pattern is just gorgeous. It wraps round, so you get this detail on the back, which I just love. And it's really easy actually. It's a really intuitive pattern. Once you get to about, it's probably about here actually, it's just a 3-row repeat. So it's, I wouldn't say it was memorizable, but it's really easy to follow and quite intuitive. The yarn, which is utterly beautiful, is Funfetti from Somerset Yarns on her DK base. And I weighed this jumper, and I think it was just below 70 grams. So really nice little stash buster. But I absolutely love this. This pattern is actually my go-to for baby sweaters, and if I don't feel like doing the lace, I just do it in stockinette. And it's just a really nice straightforward knit. It's a little raglan increase, and with the garter cuff and neckline and hem, it's lovely. It's really easy. So that one flew off my needles. Even with the pattern, that flew off my needles in 2 evenings. So really nice and easy. So that one is about to be packaged up and sent off to one of my closest friends who had her new baby girl last week. So I'm excited for her to receive it. But by the looks of her, she looks pretty tiny, so it looks like it's going to be huge on her, but she'll have some growing room. Okay, so my other holiday finished object were these socks. So this yarn is fab. I only ordered it about 2 weeks ago. And it is this year's Yarndale exclusive colour from West Yorkshire Spinners, and it's called Barbara. And it was just gorgeous. I couldn't resist ordering it. It came with a little bag, which I'll show you later. But these flew off the needles. So these are for my neighbour across the road. They came for drinks in the garden a couple of weeks ago, and she was saying how much she loves my Instagram and how she loves all my knitting, and she'd love some of my knits. So obviously that was enough to set my needles going. She's really into walking and hiking. They've got a dog, so I thought I'd do these really long so they'd be good in walking boots. And I did them with a magic heel. So I think she said she was like a size 5/6, so I thought this was a good option if she sort of varied a bit. And yeah, I just had a ball. These were like my car knitting, so
I absolutely flew down them. I really enjoyed it. This yarn's so lovely for a commercial yarn. I'm really impressed with it. So yeah, that's all there is to say about those ones really. Okay, these were a super quick finished object because these were knit from a sock tube that I think Meg actually cranked for me at Lay Family Yarns. And the colourway is Pebbles on a Beach by Bird Street Yarn. I've never knit with this colour before and it's so gorgeous. It's not really my cup of tea in general, but lovely. I can imagine that's really nice to knit with. So I added toes, afterthought heels, and a 2x2 rib, using the Stonewash colourway from Bird Street Yarn. And I don't think he watches, so I think I can say these are actually for Mr. B himself. Don't tell him, for his birthday this month. So yes, those were a lovely knit. Well, the bit I did. And then my next work in progress, finished object. These you've seen as a work in progress on the last couple of podcasts, I think. And these are for my nephew's girlfriend. Claire gave me the yarn to knit them in, and the colourway is Humankind by my favourites, Fab Funky Fibres. These were a joy to knit. It was really exciting. Oh, what colours come in next? So this pattern is the one I know you all love because you all keep telling me, and I will release this pattern soon. It will be released as a free pattern because there are patterns similar. And I'm going to call this the After Party sock because obviously I just released my Stripe Party socks, so I thought these could be the After Party. So that's the front, but I do love this detail at the side. I was really quite proud of how that came out. It sort of finishes it really nicely, I think. So yeah, it'll be a few more weeks yet, but that pattern will be released at some point. So my next finished object are my Rainbow Chronicles socks for April. So the colour was obviously yellow, and the yarn I chose was Lemon Sherbet by lovely Shannon at Blue Fern Yarns. And the pattern is one of my new favourites. It's by my lovely friend Rachel, who is twin set and pearl. And this is the Daphne sock from her Bridgerton collection. And it was just so addictive. It kind of knit itself. So you've got these lovely lace panels down the sides and then these little sort of rosebud details down the front. And I thought it was just perfect for this yarn. I just enjoyed every stitch of this. So now I'm looking forward to knitting May socks, which are green. And I am choosing another of Rachel's Bridgerton collection for that. I'm using her Lady Violet socks, which are they out yet? I think they're just out, yeah. So that's going to be my plan for May. Now these socks, this obviously, as you will notice, is not a new finished object. You have seen them before. These are my Liberty Lace socks, and I'm showing you these again because I am going to release these on this Saturday, which is May the 1st. So if you keep an eye out in my on my Instagram, which is Beksy Norms, there will be a nice hefty discount for you. So just to show you the detail of these socks, I would say don't be daunted by how intricate this lace pattern is. As you can see, sorry, finger in the camera. As you can see, the lace looks really delicate and intricate. It is not. It's really simple. Really simple. So please don't be put off by that. It does also have this detail down the back, which are two little columns of lace. And I just like the detail of this, how it's down both sides, because quite often when you get a detail on the back of a sock, it goes straight down here. So I just felt like that was a bit different and interesting. As with my other patterns, I leave the heel and toe flexible for you. So I suggest some in the patterns, but I leave those up to you because for myself, I never or very, very rarely use the pattern, the heel and toe that is written in the pattern because I have my favourites. And I know a lot of you do too. So I wanted it to be kind of much more flexible for you. And just a reminder, this yarn, because I know I will get asked, is Mini Egg Mayhem, which I can never say for some reason. Mini Egg Mayhem by Bird Street Yarns, but that won't be available again until at least next Easter. So my final finished object is quite a big one. It is the Winter in the Shade shawl by my lovely friend Jo, who is Jojo Butler on Instagram, but she publishes her patterns with Rachel in the Twin Set and Pearl Ravelry shop. So the Winter in the Shade shawl is part of a set, so there's going to be 2 patterns together with the Summer in the Light shawl, and that I believe is being released this coming weekend, if I'm correct, I think. And it was a lovely pattern to knit. I did add a bit extra on here just because I wanted to use the yarn up basically. But you've got the way that it's cast on means you don't get really tight across the top, which is lovely. She's also designed the construction really carefully so that with the crescent shawl, you don't get that sort of spiraling at the end like it can do sometimes. But it's just got this really simple rhythmic eyelet section, which you do with mohair. Which was absolutely lovely. It was really enjoyable and really easy. I was able to do it just watching TV. And it's hard to show on camera here, but it's got like a picot edging, which is really cool. Done with a really cool technique. So really enjoyed that. The yarns I used, Claire gave me this yarn, which was Mettlesome from Stranded Dye Works, quite an old colourway, but really beautiful. And the mohair was a Sublime one that I was given quite a long time ago, so it was really good to use that up. So this was a really enjoyable project and will be lovely on the present pile. So I'm just sitting down to work on one of my current whips, so I thought I'd share it with you. This is the Stripes sweater by Andrea Mowry, and I've been eyeing this up for a while, but inspiration just took me a couple of weeks ago and I made a start. So it's a lovely, really simple rounded yoke sweater, and I've loved the increases on this. It was something I'd never done before, so it was really good to try it, and I really like the effect. And the pattern in general has just been so simple and so enjoyable. And obviously because you're changing colour quite often, that just makes it, keeps the interest and makes it knit itself really. So the yarn I've used is Drops Baby Merino. And I kept the list of the colours I chose so I can share with you. So we've got lime, which is this one. I might not know all of them. Got light grey. I have lavender. I've got light old pink, which I think is that one. And old pink, which is that one. I've got blue. Heather, which I think is that one. Oh, and plum, which I know is that one. And this one is light sea green. So it's just been a really thoroughly enjoyable knit. I tried it on this morning and it's crop length, so it's good to go. So I'm just putting the rib on. And then I'm planning to do kind of hopefully 3/4 sleeves. I want to do like 1 repeat of each colour. Which would make the sleeves come down to there, which when I tried it on earlier would make it sort of shorter than bracelet length, but kind of mid forearm, if you see what I mean. So yeah, it's been a really cheap and cheerful sweater. I think the yarns in total came just over £25 from Wool Warehouse. So yeah, I'm not even sure how much I'll wear it, but to be honest, it's been a really good exercise in discovering a shape that I like. So I think I might well knit another one in one colour, because I do really like the fit. It's got quite a wide neck, which I quite like. So all will definitely not be lost. And I might wear it. I think it looked quite cute under a pinafore dress. So yeah, I'm hoping to bind off the body today, and then the sleeves should be pretty quick. I'm tempted to pick up the stitches on both arms at once and then knit one colour on one sleeve, one colour on the other, so that I don't get second sleeve syndrome, but we shall see how it goes. Anyway, that's the striped sweater by Andrea Mowry. So I just thought I'd share another whip with you today. So I've just picked these up to work on for a little bit. These are some socks for our neighbour. We've got some neighbours who love going hiking and walking and stuff. So I made some for one of them, and now obviously the other one's a pair. So these are in, sorry, I can't get my words out this morning. These are in the West Yorkshire Spinners Robin colourway. So nice manly colour. And again, I'm going to do these quite long with a magic heel so that they're really good and sturdy and sort of stick out the top of the walking boots. So yeah, just made a little start on these, and these will probably take a while, but it's always good to have a pair of vanilla socks on the needles, isn't it? So I will chip away at those. It's living in my pyramid bag from Jem at the Little Grey Girl. I love these. They're so handy. These are really good for car knitting, because obviously they're just small, chuck in the car, they sit nicely on your lap while you're working. So yeah, very nice. So I've just sat down to work on my knitting for a little bit. I'm watching my favourite programme of the moment. Oh, it's just the best. Love that programme. Anyway, I am working on another little prairie fire sweater. This one's very special because this is going to be for my new great niece who's due in September. We just found out that she's a girl, which is really exciting. It means I'll have a great niece and a great nephew. And so I obviously wanted to get a start on some baby knitting. So this colourway is Jasper by Bird Street Yarn. It was actually left over from Claire's Whitmore sweater that I made her. Again, this pattern is just lovely. It's so simple to follow, grows really quickly and ends up a really nice shape. And I've just actually made a cheeky little purchase online. Because the baby's being born in September, she's going to be a little autumn baby. So I thought this would be the perfect colour. And I've found this little baby grey that's kind of cream with autumnal coloured rainbows on it, and I just thought it was the sweetest thing, so I thought it would go really nicely with this over it. So I placed an order for that, and now I'm thinking of some more things that I can knit in pretty autumnal colours, which isn't like me, but it's nice to knit in something different for a change anyway. So yeah, I'm knitting the 3 to 6 month size because babies in our family aren't small traditionally, and also her brother he's currently 2.5 and he wears 4 to 5 clothes because he's so tall. So I'm not anticipating this baby being tiny for long. So 3 to 6 months should do it. But as usual, I'm going to do short sleeves, so it doesn't matter too much. So that, I think, is my final whip of the moment. So I just wanted to share this lovely parcel that I've just received from my lovely Jules. So as you know, we do a little swap of our Rainbow Chronicles yarn each month to make little mini socks. So she sent me hers, and it says that this is a Hedgehog Fibres in the Bee's Knees colourway. Really cute. Oh, sorry, I'm missing a thumbnail there. Love it. Really cute. I love the little pops of black in it. That's really sweet. She's also sent me these really cute little stickers. Got some strawberries, a bigger strawberry, and a little leaf, and this really cute, I don't know if I can show it. Oh yeah, it shows up okay. Cute bunny washi tape, which is going to be lovely in my little knitting journal, and a chocolate bar. Thank you so much, Jules. I will sit down with that with a cup of tea later, and I will enjoy knitting my next mini sock. I've actually just realised that I forgot to show you my finished Habitation throw. So here it is being ably modelled by the lovely Mufasa. who's not really bothered about being a famous YouTuber. So this was the Habitation throw by Helen Stewart that I made with my Bird Street yarn advents, and oh my goodness, I love it. It looks really nice on our sofa. We've got I'll show you, we've got mustard and navy cushions, so it goes really nicely with those. And it was just a joy to make. It was really nice knowing I had a fixed amount of yarn rather than doing like a scrappy blanket that could go on forever. It was nice to know that there was going to be a fixed end point, so that really kept me going. And I just love this detail of the I-cord edging. It just really makes it neat. So yeah, I'm absolutely in love with that, and we use it every single night. One of us is always snuggled under it, or somebody snuggled near to it. Hey, Mufasa. Oh my goodness, he's got his paw over his eyes. Mufasa. You see his little nose in there. Sleepy little guy.
Hello, so it is now Thursday morning, and I have been filming bits for you all week long, and it feels like it's going quite well so far. I'm quite enjoying the different formats, so hopefully you guys will like it. I've recorded about half an hour's worth of stuff, so it seems like a good podcast length, so I'm really happy with that. I just thought to sort of round things off a little bit, I would share with you a couple of acquisitions that I've got before I edit this together and pop it up on YouTube. So I think I mentioned at the beginning that when we were away at the weekend, we went to Bude, and so Paul could go surfing, and I of course googled if there were any yarn shops there, and there was this really sweet little place called Claire's Little Wool Shop, and it was tiny, but it was very sweet. And I popped in to get some sock yarn, so I picked up this West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply. It doesn't actually say a colour name on it, but I just thought it's one of the Winwick Sock Mum collection, but it doesn't say the colour, but I just thought it was really pretty. Like this bit better there. So yeah, that'll probably be a pair for a present. Then I've got a little bit obsessed for some reason with lilac at the moment. Not a colour I ever usually go for. So when the Spectrum Fibre update was on a couple of weekends ago, I grabbed this skein of Parma Violet, which is amazing. I just love it. Look, all those speckles. I've not had much Parma Violet, much Spectrum Fibre before. And I know she's going on maternity leave soon, so it was a good opportunity to test them out. And finally, a bit of a different acquisition. So Claire's been buying lots of fabrics lately for bags and quilts and all sorts. Sorry, I'm looking down because there's some hair on it, which I'm trying to pick off before I show you. So she'd bought this collection of fabrics, and I was like, oh, they're gorgeous. I want some of that to make some pyjama bottoms, because I wanted some pyjama bottoms sort of for mooching around the house, etc., which had rainbows on, and I couldn't find a pair I really liked. And when she showed me this fabric, I knew it was perfect. So here it is. I know nothing about fabric. I can tell you that I bought it from somewhere called Frumble Fabrics, which I just like the name. And it's called, the collection is called Dear Stella Design, or that might be the company. Let me have a look. Clara Jean for Dear Stella Design. Oh, hang on, let me see if I can show you the, sorry, not very easy one-handed. There we go. Clara Jean for Dear Stella Design. And it was from Frumble Fabrics. So I've got 2 meters of that. So at some point, Claire's going to come and help me make them into pyjama bottoms. It shouldn't be too much of a reach. I do have an A-level in textiles, so I should be okay. It's just my skills are rusty at best. So we shall see how that goes. If it doesn't go well, Claire can rescue me, I'm sure, so it'll be fine. Anyway, it's a beautiful sunny day today. I'm really tired. I had an exciting day yesterday. My lovely friends Rachel and Jo came to visit, and we sat in the garden and knit and ate food and drank endless cups of coffee, and it was absolutely lovely. But I'm shattered today. I'm not used to all the excitement. So I'm going to have a very quiet gentle day around the house. I have to do the Asda shop, the online shop. Ugh. But it's got to be done, and it's better than going and doing it. So there we go. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this new format. I'm feeling like it's going to mean that I can podcast more often, because as soon as I put this one up, I can start filming clips for the next one. So there's nothing to stop me now. Let me know what you think. Don't forget about the pattern release. It will be on Saturday, and you can get a discount code on my Instagram post on the day. So Saturday, May the 1st, and that's the Liberty Lace socks. So I hope you're all keeping well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.